Well, I think this one's going to be good. Our next guest is the epitome of Washington sports star, both as a Husky and as a Sonic. He's 6'10", which means his shoe size is probably at least a 14.
Probably at least a 15.
And we all know what that means. He has a really big problem when it comes to buying shoes. Yeah. Please welcome to the show the assistant coach of the Seattle Supersonics, Detlef Schrempf.
Yeah. Thank you. Jesus, great introduction.
Yeah. Thank you.
God, these intros are just more and more disturbing.
What are you talking about?
They're
talking about his shoe size.
Yeah.
That's all.
Icebreakers. That's a shatterer is what that is.
Wow.
I just like to make people feel comfortable in our house.
All right.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about big feet.
Yeah.
That's right.
Big hands.
Yeah. Jeez, he's got huge hands.
Jeez.
Huge.
You can palm your whole head.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
That might have actually helped him become as good of a basketball player as he was. Though that still doesn't explain the proficiency of three-point shooting, though. I mean, you need more than big hands to be able to make that happen.
Practice, I suppose.
Yeah. Repetition, touch.
A little eye-hand coordination doesn't hurt.
Seen him hit a lot of threes, too, man. He was a part of that, we went to the finals in 95, 96 season. That was, back when the people were proud to be Sonics fans, I guess.
Stupid Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And that clown Rodman with the hair.
Yeah, stupid.
What happened? Where are we now, man?
I don't know. Are you asking me or are you just asking
No,
Jim?
I'm asking you, Det. What happened?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think every team goes through highs and lows, and Sonics have just struggled for a few years. And, hopefully with some changes or a good draft pick and so forth, they will go back to being a contender and having a chance to go to the finals.
I think, and not to go too crazy with, like, the ridiculous sports stuff, but I'm saying, like, this is actually like a great time to be a Sonics fan. I can't even believe we're talking about possibly moving the team, because if you think about it, we've got a guy that they're comparing to Michael Jordan, who's probably like 88% going to be our pick. Yeah, they're saying it could be Greg Oden or Kevin Durant, but it looks like, you can't pass up on a 7-foot guy that can play defense. So Portland's probably going to take Greg Oden. We're going to get Kevin Durant, that Nike is saying they're going to throw more money at than... he's going to be, according to a source, second only to Tiger Woods in how much, he's going to be supported by Nike. Wow. He's going to have more. This guy's
a source. You got a source.
I got a guy. I know a guy.
Okay,
what can I say?
Who's a source? Little Mickey?
So if that doesn't inject, excitement into the, I'm excited.
What is your question?
Oh, yeah, Jesus. What's your question? Houston, hello.
Are we coming back?
I'm lost right now, so I'm just...
we're with you.
But I'm an Adidas guy, so Nike really doesn't thrill me at all.
Nice.
How about that? You have a source? How about you, Dad? Who's your source? Everyone's got a source. Nobody wants to name names. I think it's one guy that just sells all these stories to everybody.
I hope the team stays. That's, the Sonics been part of our community for 40 years, and they should be part of our community for time to come. I have no idea what's going to happen. I think nobody does right now. You're talking about the support for the team, but I think it goes a little further than that. Teams go through, highs and lows, and I think right now, the last few years, the Sonics have struggled a little bit, but I think the fans' support should still be there. We actually discussed this a little earlier in a break, and it's amazing to me that even when teams struggle, that we here in Seattle have a tendency to totally lose our fan base. And you got to fight through that and hope that the good times come around again, and that the management makes the right decisions and gets the right players and coaches and so forth to make that happen.
Well, you look at the way things have happened for the teams that get a #1 pick, okay? And let's talk about this year's draft. You basically have two #1 picks, Kevin Durant and Greg, both guys #1. But I think the #2 pick doesn't have that bullseye on his back where he's got all the pressure to be this great thing. So Kevin's going to just cruise. But you look at Tim Duncan right now, he's going to win his 4th championship. Shaq, he's a guy that made things happen. We have that caliber of a player that can inject that life into this city and into this team, and there's no reason we're going to lose these guys.
No, we're not. Like I said before, it's not about the Sonics, really. It's kind of about the franchise, but it's more about the community and what we need here long term. If the Sonics go, we're never going to get a new facility.
It's going to be tough.
We'll never get another team. So it's not just a new facility for the Sonics. I think this facility will be for everyone involved, and it's bigger than just the Sonics.
And Detlef, I know this is a tough question to ask you, but I saw in the paper anyway, the article, you basically said, look, if at least from what the quote is that if they run things the way they did last season, you don't want to be on the team. You don't want to be part of it if they don't run it better. So let me ask you this. I mean, there was an article written by Denny Westneat that said that, we actually could make the old deal that Howard Schultz wanted, where it was less money and they wanted to refurbish Key Arena and spend a lot of money to do it, but nowhere near the amount of money to make a new place. That they asked, could Clay Bennett do that? Would he be willing to take that kind of a deal, and could we go to the voters and ask for that kind of money again? And it seems like nobody's pursuing that option, the old Howard Schultz option. Do you feel that, I just feel that Clay just doesn't want to keep the team here, that if he could, he'd love to bring it back to Oklahoma City, just as opposed to keeping it here. Even if it meant that he'd make more money here in another city, that still would be, it would be pride, civic pride to have it back in Oklahoma, even if he could make less money there. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. And but I'm ignorant of everything going on, but it feels like we should be able to get something done somewhere. I think the people feel it's just unreasonable to ask for that much money for a new place. What about fixing the old place up and for a lot less?
Well, I mean, I'm in the same position you are. I think I'm somewhat ignorant to what's going on. I really don't know. We're not being told anything, just like what we read in the paper. So I don't know if it's feasible to do what you suggested, Key Arena. I really don't know if there's enough room to expand Key Arena the way it needs to be expanded, locker room facilities, access to the arena through tunnels and so forth. And then again, you have the same issue. If you do that and it takes half a year or so to renovate, where does the team play? In the meantime, I think the Tacoma Dome is probably not an option anymore because traffic.
Yeah.
I remember when we played down there in '93.
Detlef, finally, of course, June 30th, your contract expires. That doesn't seem like there's been a lot of conversation from the Sonics and you about this. I mean, if you were a betting man, you coming back, what would you give us? What percentage of you coming back?
I really don't gamble much, so I don't know.
There you go. All righty then. I do, you know that. Dude, you're licking your leg. Oh, that's you're an idiot. You are just... Yeah. That's great, dude. Seriously, that's awesome.
Probably what I look like. Dude, look at this. That's probably well documented if you think about it. Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm done with him. Why don't you do something that might help the show, you friggin' troglodyte?
This is Blackzilla calling from Britney Spears.
Hey, look at me now. Hey.
Troglodyte idiot.
Fantastic Four. Oh, you, Steve.
Yeah! Scared of a camera.
We should play that camera at the meetings. Yep.
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.